Speaking of people that hate each other, though.
Yeah.
Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau. It's a relationship that's not going to be fixed. And for one, I think the PGA needs to lean into it a lot. On Friday, after round 2, Brooks Koepka is doing an interview with the Golf Channel, and they're standing outside the clubhouse, and he's starting to answer questions about his putting of the day. And out of the corner of his eye, either he saw him first or he just heard him coming. Because one of the things that Brooks Koepka hates most about Bryson DeChambeau is the fact that he talks all the goddamn time.
You know what Brooks hates about Bryson DeChambeau? The fact he's breathing. The fact he has a pulse. And you know what? I'm not far away from him. Bryson DeChambeau drives me absolutely insane. And I see Adam Black in the comments saying Brooks is a joke. I'm going to need you to show your work on that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what I took out of it is that Brooks Koepka with the goatee is like evil Brooks Koepka. And he's like his evil twin. He's ready to rumble with Bryson DeChambeau.
I love Brooks Koepka.
Yeah.
I love him. You know why? Because he says exactly what he thinks. And,
yeah.
I'm a damn fan of it.
Mm-hmm. And so he's doing the interview, and he catches the look, he catches the view of Bryson. And as Bryson's walking behind him, he just closes his eyes and does this thing.
Oh, I mean, it was beautiful. It was like Step Brothers. Like, that motherfucker even looks at me.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna put my nuts on your drum!
And then he has to say, well, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought after hearing that bullshit.
Yeah.
The reporter gets a good kick out of it, and he says, I think we're going to have fun with that one in the TV room. And he said, I wouldn't even care if you actually did.
Yeah, I don't care. That's what I love about Brooks Koepka. He does not care. Here's the thing. If you're not a consistent golfer, you do not understand how annoying somebody like Bryson DeChambeau is. Because he thinks he's smarter than everybody on planet Earth. Mm-hmm. He thinks because he's an engineer and all this bullshit that he's reinventing the wheel because he take club and hit ball real hard. And then he plays just pathetically slow. And then he gets on Twitch and starts running his damn cock holster and just go away with your stupid old man driving it. Nobody under the age of 60 should wear one of those. Ever. Ever. Except Samuel L. Jackson, who I don't know how old he is.
Unless you're a 1990s hip-hop star. And then
I could go with that too.
New Jack City, right on.
Then of course those guys are 60 now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
Well, I mean, it did start like back in 2019. Basically, DeChambeau was ripped by Koepka for his slow play, and then they walked across the caddy. Said, "Well, DeChambeau said, why don't you tell your boss to tell me to my face?" And then it proceeded on to DeChambeau coming out and saying, "Look, we know who could win this fight. He kicked my butt," but he laughed afterwards. So this has been going on for a few years now.
Yeah, I would really love to know where this mantra that Bryson DeChambeau is some hard ass came from.
Yeah.
No, he has big arms. That's it. When he goes to touch his pee-pee while he go pee-pee, it's hard to do because gun show. No, I can't get there. And that does not make him a badass.
No.
And that's one of the things that irritates me about Bryson DeChambeau is that he acts like he is. No, you're a tech nerd. Like me, just because we're big tech nerds doesn't mean we're big badass tech nerds. No, you are what you are. Be what you are. If Bryson DeChambeau would just steer into the skid of what he is, I'm fine with that. You're some analytics guy that's figured out I can hit a golf ball 8,000, but then you just watch him on the green, and the stupid way he holds his putter, just got to hold it in the middle of the blade like a broomstick. There is probably nobody I hate more in sports than Bryson DeChambeau. Yeah. And I'd say it to his stupid face, too. I cannot stand him. He is everything that is. Golf has done a great job of moving into the modern era. And then you have Granny Moses here that's 28. Was he 28? 28 going on 98. Yeah. And it's really freaking annoying.
Right. Brooks hates him because, one, he takes way too long on the course. He overanalyzes everything, and he's got a bitch for everything. He's, he made fun of the red ants thing when he was asking the judge or the what is it, the course official or whatever for a drop because it landed in a pile of red ants or something, and then Brooks made a joke to his caddy at the next tournament about there's an ant in the way or something to that effect, and that got back to Bryson, and Bryson was peeved about that. And then Brooks ends up in the ESPN body issue.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
And then Bryson DeChambeau talks about he ain't got no abs. I got abs.
And then Koepka tweeted out the picture of his Grand Slam trophy. He's like, yeah, I'm too short of a six-pack, dickhead. That was the best epic comeback. Like, yeah, come get some.
Right.
I do love that Adam Black said Brooks is 6 foot 200, Bryson 6'1", 240. Yeah, and George St. Pierre's 5'10", 170. I'm 6'5", 265, and he would beat the bejesus out of me. I mean, I can do this all day. Stephen Tao said I'm 6'9", 230. He is 6'9", by the way.
Jesus.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, I did not
Stephen
know.
Tao is one of the only people I've ever met that I have to look up to.
Wow.
He is a super tall individual.
Jesus.
Nice.
We need to get him
I
on
did not
center.
know he was that tall.
He needs to be our center on the Sports Hockey Rec League basketball
100%.
team.
100%.
We're only playing, instead of half court, we're playing a quarter court.
Yeah, we actually only play from the 3-point line.
And yeah, we can't go further than that.
Yeah, never run.
Yeah, never run. Heart attacks.
Adam Black says Tiger changed the game. Now Bryson is as well. Rory's game broke because he was trying to do what he does. A lot of people say the way he putts should be
Well, it
banned.
should be. It should. And see, this is what people like me. Bryson DeChambeau is constantly looking for an intellectual advantage. Oh, look, I putt this stupid way because you haven't banned it. And so you constantly leave the PGA having to deal with these, the length of your driver and all of these stupid things, and they go into things. Like, all right, so I'll give you an example. The ridiculously long driver that Bryson uses, well, that becomes a problem in more than one place. Because if you can't swing that hard, then you can't hit a driver like that. I can. I do it all the time. My driver is to the absolute T-top of what is legal. It's as long as you can get and still not run afoul of the rules. I get it. The problem is that when you do that, all right, every time you take a drop, well, my driver's 5 inches longer than yours.
Right.
So every impediment, I get an extra, it's rolling advantage. And it's just that there was never a guy doing this.
Yeah.
I understand what he's doing. Doesn't make me like him anymore. Okay, you're taking advantage of rules that were not built for you. Cool. That makes you very unlikable in a sport like this. It just does. I think he's a complete and utter douchebag. And nothing will ever convince me otherwise. Every time he opens his mouth, it just confirms it more and more and more.
And the fact that Tank likes him makes him hate him even more.
I love him because why not? Why not? If I can still operate within the rules, but push the rules to the ultimate boundary and win, fuck yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of people that have done that over the years. And you know what they all have in common? They all blow out of the sport. Every freaking one of them. This is not, Bryson DeChambeau acts like he reinvented the wheel here.
Yes.
This is not new shit.
Yeah.
People have been doing this forever. Just he's more analytical than everybody else, and he can do things other people can't.
Right.
There's a problem. His shelf life is going to be that of a dairy product. Brooks Koepka is the best golfer in America right now, and it's not even debatable to me.
He almost won that tournament on one leg.
On one leg. He's the most consistent golfer in America. He is everything that Bryson DeChambeau wishes he was. Bryson DeChambeau is a gimmick. That's what he is. Look how hard the meathead can hit the golf ball. And look at him read a green and take forever. It's just infuriating. Every bit of it's infuriating. You see him laying in the grass and he goes, well, there's a dirt clod behind it. Can I move the dirt clod? Piss off and hit the damn ball. That's why I like Brooks Koepka. He just gets up there, hits the damn ball, goes on. Let's go, let's ride.
Right.
Are you allowed to take 9 minutes to hit your shot? Yeah, technically. Does anybody want to watch that? No.
No.
No. No. No. And it should tell you everything you need to know that every golfer I know cannot stand Bryson DeChambeau. All the ones on tour, all the good.
That's kind of why I like him.
Yeah, because you're not one. And so you don't understand how annoying that is.
Oh, I don't. I don't.
And I'm going to be honest with you. If you don't think he does that on purpose, I got a bridge to sell you.
Yeah.
Because you know what that does? It fucks up every person behind you. I don't know if you've ever been on a golf course. Anybody in the comments that plays a lot of golf can speak to what I'm getting ready to say. I'm very much a rhythm golfer. So I play very quickly. And if things go off the rails, then I'll slow down. But I hit a good shot, I want to go immediately hit the next shot. So people like Bryson DeChambeau play slow to screw with the people behind them. Period. You'll never convince me that's not why you do that. Oh, I've got to gauge the wind distance and all that shit. Yeah, Phil Mickelson does the same thing. Guess what he does? Plays real fast. So you can piss on my leg and tell me it's raining, but I'm going to ask you why it's warm. And that's what I have always said about Bryson DeChambeau, is it's a punk-ass little bitch way to play. It's just like the guy at the YMCA that tries to call his own fouls. Can you do it? Sure. Does it make you a little punk bitch? Sure does.
Sure does.
Yeah. Out there playing like it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals at the Y.
Oh, I like it. Adam Black's calling it Bryson wins the U.S. Open next month. Mark it down, he says.
I'll take it. That course doesn't fit him worth a shit.
Torrey Pines?
Torrey Pines is not.
That's not a, hey, look how hard Meathead can hit ball. That's not his game. Yeah, I'll take it. Literally, you can damn near call your shot on who I take. It has to be somebody in the top 10 of the world.
It's going to be Xander Schauffele.
Xander Schauffele.
That's the other wrinkle in this, is that Bryson and Brooks are going to have to play on the same team at the Ryder. I think the PGA needs to lean into this. They need to put these guys together. They need to lean into this rivalry. To me, that's the thing that golf needs more than anything. More personality, more conflict between
It's
the
not going to hurt because, you know, the ratings would go through the damn roof if somehow, some way, DeChambeau and Koepka were grouped together like on a final pairing on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine that would be must-see television?
Well,
like,
I mean,
seriously, it would be amazing to watch.
Well, that's going to depend on the leaderboard.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like if they end up like in the same group, it's not like they're gonna say, "Oh, you guys two can't play together because you can't get along." It would be freaking awesome, and I would want mics everywhere to hear every single word that was said.
Oh yeah,
I would want to hear every single bit of that, and I would watch every second of that.
Because every hole there's going to be a snit between the two of them.
Oh, he's just gonna be like, "Can you hurry? Can you go ahead and take that shot, dickhead? Can you go?"
I would just love to see Brooks Koepka standing in the middle of the fairway while Bryson's off in the woods because he hit one 40 yards past him. Today! Yeah. Because that's what I would do.
Openly celebrating when he shanks one.
Hold on, I gotta say this because Adam Black knows his golf, but I have to I have to tell you that you're misguided on this, and I'll tell you why. I've told Tank this multiple times. When a golfer thinks they're going to outsmart the USGA or the PGA of America or anything like that, what do? They start building courses to beat you. Mm-hmm. We used to call it tiger proofing, and it wasn't a thing. Have you noticed that every golf course Bryson's played has all of a sudden gotten much harder for him?
Oh, yeah.
It's because they're baiting him into doing exactly what he's doing. And if you think Torrey Pines is not going to do that, I got a bridge to sell you. Mm-hmm. And that is a course that is very, very customizable to where we'll give you a sweet spot. And if you think you can go long, and he's not wrong, Torrey's more open than Winged Foot. You're right. You're not wrong in the least. However, they can punish the hell out of you for going long in a way that Winged Foot can't. I'm talking out of bounds. I'm talking in water. And they're gonna. Yeah. They're gonna build this golf course like, hey, Bryson, you want to hit another one 380 over the water? Knock yourself out. Because if you pour that even just a hair to the right, you're gonna be fucked by the fickle finger. And there's not gonna be any red steak to saved Louis. There's not gonna be any of that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you pour one off the tee? Okay, lather up and hit another one there, Brutus Beefcake.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out.
Have you guys ever noticed that the fickle finger gets a lot of action around here? It gets fucked a lot. It gets fucked a lot.
Yeah.